Hi, Joy. I'm here today. I'm so excited with my dear friend, Joy Taylor, and her doggie. What's your dog's name?
Coda is with us. I was pointing out you're here in my Coda-roo. He wanted to be part of the interview.
Well, my cat is over there, Isis, and she's just going to be mellow. But Joy, I'm so excited for you because this is such a big year for you, and you're an author. You did it. You got a book out, and it is launching, and I know it's so amazing. I've got my order in. I can't wait to get it. And you're such a powerful teacher and so inspiring that I can't wait to read it and get all the good nuggets. And I know I'm quoted in the book, so maybe we can talk about that too. But let's talk about you. It's all about you today, Joy. So I wanted to just take a moment to, yes?
I was just saying, it's so not about me. I mean, of all the things I learned in writing this book, Inspired, which is really about living in spirit, I learned it has nothing to do with who I thought I was. You know, I have just become so humbled in the process. So it really is about you and everyone who's listening, and it's about our planet, and it's about transforming into a soul-inspired way of living, a soul-inspired way of leadership, a soul-inspired way of relating to one another. So it's about all of us, Heather.
It truly is. I got that. That's beautiful. So I just want to take a moment to introduce you to some people who might not know who you are, other than being a dear friend of mine for almost 20 years. And Joy used to live on high top of Mount Shasta, and we've had many adventures up there. But Joy, she is an intuitive business muse. She has helped thousands of people, including myself, start and grow purposeful and profitable businesses. She promotes a new paradigm, a soul-inspired paradigm, soul-inspired way of living, and suggests that by leading from the heart, we can create a better world. Her mission is to empower and inspire groups and individuals to align with their values and enjoy the process of successing. I like that. She's been involved in numerous things. Obviously, she's like about to be this huge bestseller on Amazon with the Inspired 7 Wisdoms of a Soul-Inspired Life. She's also the creator of Codes of Confidence, and the Brave and Brilliant You, an interactive online program. She's the founder of a soul-inspired life where we unite. And she's a very successful entrepreneur. Joy and I have had a couple of ventures together in the health and wellness area. And she is an awesome business consultant. She's a past director of the Women's Business Center in Northern California. So congratulations, Joy is always reaching and contributing and inspiring. You're really such a perfect name for you and perfect name for your book. She's got this. So Joy, like, what inspired you to write this book?
You said you did. Truly, I really did have a vision when I was younger of writing and having books. I'm really kind of the artist, healer. I won't even say kind of. I'm the artist, healer, teacher archetype. So to me, life is creative. I always say, like, living life as art. And I've always had a journal. I've written poetry, songs, and I love to write. And I really love to inspire people. So what really inspired me were my clients and my friends. It was about 5 years ago, I was pivoting my career from kind of traditional business consulting and really being in that wellness industry to like opening it up to helping entrepreneurs who had something beautiful to offer the world to make the world a better place, you know, and helping those people to create sustainable businesses that lead with heart. And as I did that, I was surveying my client base and my audience, if you will, and just people that I work with. And this central theme emerged. And the theme was inspiration, that people saw me as a messenger of inspiration. So I started, you noticed, I blogged about it. I researched, I did a lot of talks and interviews until it just kind of came together. And it said, we're a book. I mean, there's a lot here. So there's like 200 and some pages worth of amazing information that I learned, that I really want to impart on other people. That's really practical. So
Right.
that's what inspired
So,
me.
yeah. So, how can people get this book? I mean, I'm sure people are chomping at the bit already to get it. So I ordered mine on Amazon.
Well, yeah, so Amazon's great, but it's distributed, it will be distributed through Ingram. And so you can go to your local bookstore and ask for Inspired 7 Wisdoms of a Soul Inspired Life by Joy Taylor, and they can order it because that's one of the largest international distributors. So that's really exciting. And then, you know, there can be a link below to the order page, but it is available online and at asoulinspiredlife.com.
Okay, great. And what I like about this book is it seems like it's going to be kind of a workbook that you also have like ancillary things to go with it, programs or personal coaching. And can you tell me a little bit about that? I'm so curious.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm super practical. And so actually, as I wrote the book, and I did have an amazing editor, so shout out to Sylvia, thank you. You know, we really wanted to make this practical, right? So it's like, it can be philosophical to talk about what is inspiration and what inspires you, and that's good, but that can get very imaginative and up here. And so to bring it really down into life, at the end of every chapter, I have Walk with the Wisdoms, which are practical action steps to take, and free downloadable activation. So every wisdoms has a 2-minute activation, which is super fun, exciting, something people can replay over and over again throughout the day. I kept them short, 2 minutes, right? And then there's inquiry. So set and stems to inquiry or to start conversations about the themes that are presented in the wisdoms. And then, yeah, every month I'm offering a Walk with the Wisdoms masterclass for people who want to go deeper into some of the material in the book. And then my programs carry forth this similar kind of framework or theme. And my programs are really applied to building and growing in authentic confidence, or turning your passion into actually a business or a project and really bringing it to the world. That's what we need right now. We need to just bring spiritual ideals into the real world every moment. That's what I think the world needs right now.
So how does someone live the life that they're meant to live?
Well, you know what's amazing about that I found in all my research, my own life, and you and I have even talked about this, Heather, it's like within each of us, there really is a seed of potential. And so how we live the life we're meant to live is nurturing our seed of potential, nurturing ourselves. It will reveal itself to us. You know, it's like life divines itself, and it does that one step at a time. And so throughout the wisdoms, actually by following the practices in the wisdoms, we begin to realize life is guiding us, which is wisdom 3. And so there's a natural unfolding when we recognize we deserve all this good and we really nurture our seed of potential. We get the cues, and then we start living our life, not someone else's life, not the life we were conditioned to live, not the pleasing or proving, but the authentic inside of me. This excites me. This inspires me. And that's what I would say to anyone listening. It's like, what inspires you? And you, only you know. And what does it feel like to be inspired? It's peaceful. It's exciting. It's playful. It invigorates. It's creative. It tends to have a forward momentum. If inspiration is the in-breath, expression is the out-breath. So we live the life we were meant to live by nurturing our potential and then saying yes when life gives us a clue or a cue to take action. Beautiful. So powerful. It's so profound. No, Heather, I have to say that like in writing the book, these are all things that they're really fundamental spiritual truths and personal development, psychological processes that work, but they only work when you work them. And as the messenger of all of this research, I took it upon myself to practice and embody. And in the last 6 months, I have changed tremendously because I'm now a steward of this message and it is transforming me. And that's why I know it will transform others. All my beta readers, I recently had someone new read the book for the first time as a beta reader, my audio engineer. Every time someone experiences what's written in these pages, including myself, there is a change. It's a blessing that comes with the book. There's an impulse to actually do maybe something that we've always dreamed of, but we were just a little afraid of.
Right, right. So for these seven wisdoms, I'm like I'm so eager to get a little peek of, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know if you want to give away the whole book right now, but you probably wouldn't, even just by giving us like a little overview of the journey.
Sure, I'm happy to give it away.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can go deeper by buying the book or the Audible, but really what happened, Heather, is I love to meditate in the morning or pray or just get still. It's a practice I've had for many, many years. And one morning I heard a really clear voice, and it's not like I always get these clairaudient messages, right? You know, it's not my everyday, but sometimes I think anyone can relate to this. We hear something and it said, life is for you. And I hadn't heard that somewhere else. Maybe if you're listening, you've heard that before. And that's wisdom 1. And the next message that came to me is, you deserve all the good coming your way. And so wisdom 2 is that we deserve love. We deserve the good. And I already shared wisdom 3 is life is going to prompt you and guide you and tell you which direction to go, which kind of makes sense, right? You know, if it's a benevolent universe, and we deserve all that good, we might as well listen to life because it's our greatest partner. And by life or the universe, I mean the people in our life, the circumstances, the events, the symbols, the signs, and most importantly, this intuitive knowing. Those are the first 3 wisdoms, and they're really the foundation upon which the next 4 are built upon, which I'll share if you want.
Yes, let's keep going.
I just want to say it was so funny. You know, I when all these messages came, I was like jotting them down on my iPhone, and all 7 came in one morning. But I decided to start like playing with the framework, and I went online and I found out that Einstein said the most important decision you make is whether you believe you live in a friendly or hostile universe. And that's wisdom 1. And so I'm not saying you have to adopt the paradigm that life is for you, but I would say try it out. Try for yourself.
Try it on. Check it out. Yeah, for sure.
So if life is guiding you, so wisdom 4 is take action, take inspired action. If you get the promptings, if you're learning to hear or see or feel or know your intuition, follow it. And wisdom 5, I just absolutely, I hang out in wisdom 5 all the time. Learn as you live. Because when we take action, things don't always work out the way we think they want them to, but there's always a lesson. So if we approach life with that kind of curiosity, then no matter what happens, right? We win, we lose, we're learning. I call it the power of ing. We're success-ing. We're iterating.
Power of what?
ING.
Oh, of ing. Learning. Studying. Trying. Okay. Being willing.
You got it. We're not masters, we're mastering forever.
Exactly. I always say, like, especially this, you know, our technology is always so rapidly changing. You have to, it's a learning and growing environment. It's a learning, we're in this learning environment. So might as well embrace it. You know, it's willing to embrace it and to be willing to try and learn and grow and fail and get up and keep going, and yeah,
Yeah.
stay
And so,
inspired.
I love what you're saying, Heather, because you're really comfortable in Wisdom 5. And like in the book, I talk about that. I say, probably many of you, these are reminders. You live in these principles. Some of them come easy. Some of them you could use more work. So,
Right.
yeah, learn as you live is really, hopefully, something a lot of people have adopted. And it's important that we don't we don't think that we have to get really good at something before we do it, because we can learn as we do, learn as we live, right? And that's really the message of Wisdom 5. And there's some hilarious stories in there and just really good examples of a lot of famous people and others who are just learning through the process
Yeah.
of life.
Such an important lesson, I think, especially for women, because we, so many women have been raised with a perfectionist mindset. You have to be perfect, so you don't try because you're afraid to fail or look bad or whatever. So I love that you're help bust up that old way of thinking and being that's not serving us.
Yeah. In fact, it's really good to learn how to stumble and fall and get up again. That's a great thing to know how to do, because we're all going to do it. Yeah, resilience. The last two wisdoms are like, I call them the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. Because they're just the most natural. So as we take action on our inspirations and our guidance and know we deserve love and the universe is for us and we're learning, right? The most obvious and natural thing is to give thanks and be grateful. But the power of gratitude really keeps this inspired energy sustainable. And that's why I believe it came as the sixth wisdom, is to just say thank you everything all the time. And what I really love about that chapter and what came forth is I also spend a lot of time offering people really practical ways to inspire others through appreciation. So I talk about how to appreciate others. When people bring in the energy of gratitude and the attitude of gratitude and the rituals of gratitude, that's all super important. But the key points I want to say to people, read the book or just listen to the video. Thank you, everything. Thank you for the hard stuff. And then secondly, thank the people in your life. And really, there's 5 tips I give people on how to appreciate others that are a little unique from what I've seen out there before. So, and then, okay, can you even imagine what Wisdom 7 could be?
A gratitude celebration.
Ooh, very, very, yeah. Celebrate through giving.
Through giving, yeah.
It's all about giving back, because that's really what we all do. I mean, when we get to that place where we are inspired, our cup is full, the natural thing to do is to share. So a lot about inspiration. What happens when we live an inspired life, especially a soul-inspired life, as we infuse our personality with the energy of love and our pure essence of soul, we create solutions in the world. And so that really hits my heart, because I do hope that this book ignites a fire and a passion in people to give back to others in their backyard, in their household, in the schoolyard, wherever they work, or in the big global picture. It's all good. Any giving is good giving. So.
Beautiful. Wow, you did it. It's so exciting that it just came through you, and you're such an amazing steward of this. Share, is there any, I have a little question for you. So what is the most challenging of those, in 7 steps of living an inspired life for you?
For me, it became really clear that wisdom 2, I deserve love. Yeah. So I'm easy. I give. I'm optimistic. You know, I get the overall feeling life is for me, but that real deservability and to unlearn some of the thoughts, programs, ideas that were taught to me growing up through society, family of origin, it's all there. And we call it the shadow. But to
Mhm.
really recognize that there were some stuck beliefs in me that I wasn't opening up and receiving to the degree I could love, and therefore more benevolence and blessings. So it was funny. I revised that chapter a good 4 times, maybe 5. It was the hardest chapter to write. And I realized later that it was the hardest chapter to write because I needed to understand and embrace and practice inner honoring at a much deeper degree and level. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Well, you look so clear and happy, and I mean, I've known Joy for so long, but there's just this radiance and ease about you on this day that is just so beautiful to see. And I know you've recently moved and made changes yourself, so it looks like it's looking good on you. You're ready for your next your next
yeah,
level, your next things opening up,
yeah.
receiving. Well,
Oh, that's so
congratulations.
cool. Thank you, Heather. Thank you.
Is there any?
Well, gosh, I
Yeah.
mean, I did want to just shout out because you actually are in chapter 2. You're in the inner honoring chapter because one of the things you have taught me and one of the things we have done together is, well, we've done programs in wellness and self-care. And you are exquisite about teaching forgiveness and self-love and self-care. So when you get the book, you'll see Heather. She's in wisdom too. She's one of my wisdom warriors.
Oh, yay. Thank you. Awesome.
We're all in
So
it
just
together.
for, yeah, we're all in it together. And when's your first workshop? Like, do you have live workshops happening around this?
Well,
Or are they going to be all online or what?
yeah, at a soulinspiredlife.com. I've got all my programs in my schedule, and my signature programs are Codes to Confidence and your Soul Inspired Project Launch, which is about bringing a passion into the world as a business project service. And then Codes to Confidence is just applicable for anyone who's ready to have authentic confidence, not forced confidence, but like a radiant glow within and move forward in their lives. So I offer those 2 classes quite regularly. And then I have some other more advanced classes that are available too. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, I'm going to check it out. I can't wait for my book. What days does the book get mailed and launched?
June 11th, and I'm having a virtual launch party. So maybe we'll put that down there too if people want to. That's just like a free event. Register, celebrate, bring some sparkly water, and ask questions live. And I just look forward to sharing that moment with everyone too.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and looking forward to seeing all the goodness that this is going to bring to the world and so many people, and just to continue to be a part of it and be in your life and have you as an awesome friend. Joy is an awesome, amazing woman whoever works with you is truly blessed, and I love you dearly. Thank you, Joy.
I love you. And I love that we can say that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And I receive it. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Aloha.